When we hear talk about AI systems, we often hear that they're going to change the world, or that they're going to change the way you work, making you 50 times more productive, or even that they're going to end humanity as we know it. But that's all in the future. So how about right now? Well, follow me. My hip! That's such a shame. I just finished shooting at Tin Shui Wai Hospital, where they told me about their use of AI in medical imaging, especially for hip fractures. I guess I'll get to try it out. In the meantime, let's roll that interview. There's some people who are saying that AI is the future and that it's going to replace doctors. How do you feel about that?
Now we are aiming to use AI to support our clinical workflow and the decisions of physicians. For example, the doctors will always correlate the clinical history, the examination findings, and other laboratory results on top of the imaging. So it's not yet up to replace the role of doctors and healthcare professionals.
If you've ever used an AI tool like ChatGPT or Bard, you know that they'll make stuff up. They can't really be trusted, and they'll sometimes even fail at some very simple tasks. That's called hallucination, which is a nice way to say that they make stuff up. But given how hospitals tolerate risk, how do we actually get them to a point where they're safe enough to use? Also, can anyone call me an ambulance?
We ensure the accuracy of the model with the validation of the data in our hospital authority. We have 25 years of clinical data, which around 5 billion, including the medical imaging and also the laboratory results and the medication records. So it is a very good opportunity for us to start with the AI development in hospital authority. So we mean the proof of concept. We then further validate the model with all passing through our quality and safety level before the department.
So now with the AI, all the films will be seen by two physicians. One is of course us, another is the AI. Some hip fractures are very subtle, and even consultants and also experienced physicians requires very careful review on the films.
So could you demonstrate kind of what it looks like?
There is a message that we receive that the patient's film is ready for review. There is a notice that this patient have a suspicious fractures. So of course we will open the film and double check. Oh, there is a fracture in the neck of the femur of this patient. So majority of the patients with hip fracture require surgery. So if early surgery, then the patient with better rehabilitation and better outcome.
On the other hand, we also want to save the time for doctors. We will prioritize the cases with the AI detection on a higher priority, so that a doctor can save the time to manage those cases first, and then spare other times to handle other clinical scenarios. The model itself is important for the accuracy and also the performance, but the most important is how we can include the AI into our clinical workflow, how it can be included in our clinical management system.
We are now exploring about the summarization strength of the generative AI. Nowadays, the patients are having the past medical history is very complicated and a lot of investigations. If we are looking forward to if the GPT or generative AI can help us to get a summary to support our clinical review. Of course, the role is not to replace doctors. It can help us to perform the task in a more efficient way.
Implementing AI into critical fields such as healthcare is a sensitive topic. The WHO warns, alongside many other valid concerns, that these AI systems might perpetuate existing biases in medical institutions. Physicians tend to take women's pain less seriously than men's pain. AI systems built on that biased data will reflect that bias. For other fields of medicine, it is definitely something that needs to be taken seriously. In the meantime, no one's called an ambulance for me, so I'll have to do that myself. You can take advantage that you're on your phone to subscribe to our channel. We've got an upcoming episode about how Go has changed now that AI has beaten its top human players. And if you just can't wait a week, well, you can check out the other episodes in our Hong Kong Hospital Authority series, where we talked about 3D printing in the medical field and remote work in the medical field. Until then, I'll have to get up. I've got some work to do. Take care.